Hey guys, Ginger Gargoyle here with take 3. First one I forgot, couldn't find some of my stuff. The second one, I didn't like the way that it was turning out because I rambled on way too gosh darn much. So this is take 3. Alright, let's see if I can do this one now. I have a follow-up to the Club LaLaLand stamps. Okay. If you remember Club LaLaLand stamps, I got all these items, the stamps plus the dies for, I said 44 and change. Okay. That included the $5 shipping and handling. That is for the United States only. Okay. For the U.S. only, it's $5. I believe up to Canada, it is $7. And internationally, I don't know how she works that one out. Okay, so let's go through the actual prices, because now I have them. For just the Stamps Club, where you get just the stamps, it's $19.99 plus shipping. For just the dies, and this time you get the 3 dies, actually 4 dies, because the marshmallow is separate. Actually, no, 5 dies, because the wood and the fire is separate, the stick and the marshmallow are separate, and then you get the interactive camper where both the doors and the windows open. That is $29.99. If you're wondering how big they are, that is the flame and the logs. Come on, where's the rest of you guys? I know you're in here. Okay. There is the camper. My thumb is exactly 1 inch from where my knuckle is here to the tip of my finger. Okay, so you can see that it is just a little bit over 1 inch. It's maybe 1.5 inches, if not 2 inches, by about 1.25 inches. Alright, and that other one that fell down, this is your marshmallow and your stick. Okay? And then the stamps are regular size stamps. You can see them in the sticking out of the back there. Okay? But just to show that I am not fabricating, as of right now, okay, on September 9th or September 10th, depending on when I get this up. Alright, here are your club prices. $39.99 for the product kit. That's everything. $29.99 just for the dies. And then let me redo this again. $39.99 for the product set. $29.99 for just the dies. And $19.99 just for the stamps. And that is a good price, because one stamp costs $12, or $11.99 from her website, okay? So I might as well round it up by a penny and say $12. So 2 of them is $24, all right? I don't know how much she usually sells the sets for, but I'm going to, for the sake of argument, say it's going to be the same price as a stamp, all right? So instead of paying $24, you're only paying $20. You're saving 40 cents or $4. For that $4, you can buy a digi stamp for $4.50. Okay, so for an extra 50 cents. This is Blowing Bubbles Marcy. I got a notification, and for some reason I had overlooked it in my mailbox, saying she is retired. Alright, so the stamps that they have on hand at lalalandcrafts.com is all that is left. Maybe you can find, or I think Simon Said Stamps even says that she's out of stock now. I don't even think they have her. I don't know about any place else on the internet, but yeah. If you want her, they still have a few of her stamps available. And she is available as a digi file. Okay. Digital files. Tip. You can buy them. Okay. A couple of things you don't get that I'm aware of. Okay, you don't get the stamp itself. So you don't have to pay for shipping. Okay, because there's nothing to ship. It's a digital file. You just pick it up on your computer. Okay, what does that mean? Download it, guys. Really. Because I ran into this problem with Paper Wishes. If you remember, I was buying a lot of their digital products. Well, now they're closing down their website. So now I'm in a rush to try to make sure I have copies of everything that I bought from Paper Wishes. And my computers don't handle all of the information that I bought. So I'm going to have to say goodbye to a lot of it. And I'm really sad about that. So, save, save, save. Okay, whether that's on a thumb drive or on your laptop or on your iPad or something, save it. Okay, and on some of these you get a digicode, or not a digicode, a QR code. I think this is where I ran into my issues the last time I tried to do this. Okay, what is a QR code? I happen to take a screenshot. This is the QR code for the Kimono Marcy. Okay? And what you do is you scan this in, and when it pops up, you get all the Copic colors that you would need to do this, the thing, the recommended Copic colors. You can do whatever colors you want. These are just the ones that the design team came up with. What apps do you need to do this? Well, Irania? I can't remember her name. Recommended Crafter. Crafter. Remember, it starts with a Q. All right, but I was having trouble getting this one to work, so I went and got the QR code. All right, that's what it's called, is QR code. At least that's the way that it's showing up on here, is QR code. And I have yet to have an issue with that one with a QR code. All the ones that I scan it in, it's taken it. All right, so there's another little hint for you. Another little hint. Little papers like this, don't throw them away. These are your scratch papers. Had I thought about it at the time, I would have just folded this into quarters instead of into eighths. But I can still use the back side to stamp my little mini stamps, such as these. All right. And that type of thing. Just so that I can make some practice things. Okay, another tip, always, always, always stamp your stamps, all right? Because the reason I say that, all stamps, it does not matter whether they're the red plastic, whether they're the silicone, all stamps go through machinery. These are dirty. I stamped them and I don't have my stamp cleaner up here. I got to wash them off. Anyway, so when these go through the machines that they use, they have to use oil. Otherwise, the metal on metal would end up sticking over time. If you have a car, you understand this. And so when you get your stamps, there could be oil on there. Or just from your fingers, you could get oil on there. Okay, stamp platforms are really good because they hold your paper in place and they hold your stamp in place, and they're not going to shift around. So if you stamp and it doesn't go the first time, you just re-ink it back up and you stamp it again. All right? Well, that doesn't happen if you're using a stamp block. Okay, if you're using a stamp block, like this one is. Okay, this is a Tim Holtz stamp block, by the way. You could have some problems, which I had, which I will now talk about. I can't believe I'm about to admit I did this. Okay, this is what happens sometimes when you stamp with a regular block. Okay, what I did was I stamped And I very carefully lifted this side to make sure that everything was okay. And I put it back down and I re-stamped again and I lifted this side. Did you see what happened? Okay, let's do this again. I put the stamp on and I put this down and I lifted it up and I put it down and I lifted it up. And when I lifted it back up, I realized it had double stamp. So I had a shadow image. Frustrating as all. Hoo-hoo. Okay, so what do? Simple. Turn your stamp upside down. So now your stamp is facing you. Okay, so it goes your tabletop or whatever you're using. All right, your block, your stamp facing up. Ink. All right, put this on top. Actually, put this on top. Rub it all over and make sure you can feel it under everything. Then pick your card straight up and turn it over and you will see that it will print nice and clear. I can't tell you guys how much this is so much better for me than just stamping. I'm not the greatest stamper in the world. I have a stamp foam for when I do my silicone, but these ones have in a built-in pad, and so you don't need the stamp foam, or you shouldn't need the stamp foam, but I still do it. Now, let's take a look at my stamp block, my Tim Holtz stamp block. Where did I just put that? Do you ever have one of those days where nothing seems to go right? I may end up having to do a take 4. My Tim Holtz stamp block, you might notice that I have double stick tape on there. That is not to hold anything. Okay, the double stick tape is not to hold my stamps. It is not to hold my paper. It is not to hold anything. Here it is. Okay, what it is this particular stamp mount, okay, because it's a Tim Holtz, is huge. This one, I believe, is 6.5 by 5. Yeah, 6.5 by 5. And I needed a way to make sure that I was cutting my card bases, or my stamp bases, at exactly 4.25 by 5.5. Now, these little squares on here are, I'm hoping you guys can see those, are exactly 1/2 inch. So I counted over and found my 5-inch mark. No, my 4.5 inch mark, excuse me. And I put a 1/4 inch double stick tape, all right, to the inside of that line. So I know it's 4.25 inches from here to here, because this would be 4.5, and now this is 4.25. Then I measured over from here to 5.5 inches and put this one on the outside of that line. So I have 5.5 inches from here to here, 4.25 from here to here. So whatever I'm doing, I just need to take a sheet of paper, all right, line this up, and then cut with my craft knife. And I know that I'm right. Okay? So, that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about. I'm pretty gosh darn sure, because I already talked about, I'm pretty sure I put up a video already on how to get some of the oils and stuff off, how to prep your stamps, okay? But you just want to go through and you want to make sure that they're stamping good. So you definitely want to stamp them a few times before you're going to use them in your projects. Okay, guys, that's it. Remember, LaLaLand Stamp Club, or Stamp LaLaLand Crafts. Boy, could she pick a harder name for people to say. Okay, so Club LaLaLand, okay, over at LaLaLandCrafts.com. All right, remember your prices. Okay, $19.99, $29.99, $39.99. Okay, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.